Okie doke. It's an old-fashioned saying, isn't it, eh? Okie doke. I say that to my kids. I say, okie dokie, Smokey. And the kids go, Dad. Keep it old school, I say. That's a big good day. Anyway, I'm going to talk to you gardeners out there. Are there any gardeners? Have you ever gotten into the garden? Got your hands dirty? God forbid. Germs. God forbid. Oh my God. Sanitize. Fucking idiots. Anyway, the garden. Now, I learned something a while back, and my advice is not to buy your plants from any nursery. That's what I'm going to talk about. What's he going on about? Well, think about it. I've been out to many nurseries, spent many thousands of dollars buying exotic plant, or any plant for that matter, and bring it home, and what happens? You put it in the ground, and what happens? Plant dies. Month, two, gets worse, you get something wrong with that plant, bang, it's dead. Fucking gone. And so I worked it out. When you go to a nursery, everything looks so nice. All the plants are beautiful, they're pristine. And think of a plant that's sitting in this perfect environment under a shade sail in the perfect spot. It has these staff that walk around all day in a good uniform. Music's playing in the background, whether that affects plants or not, I'm not sure. And they go, oh, there's a little dead leaf on that tree. And they pick it off and they pop it away, and then they come around once a day and give him a little spray, and a little watering system comes on, and the plant is treated like a god, like it's a god, with all this, you could almost call it palliative care for plants, treated with every single perfect chemical or every single perfect little, addition to its life, so it thrives, absolutely thrives. You come along with your shopping trolley and go, oh, aren't they beautiful? And you visualise that in your garden. You pick that plant up and you pop it in the trolley, take a bunch of them home, spend $200 or $300, go home, stick them in the soil, and all of a sudden the plant's gone from this perfect environment to your environment, which is a real life environment. The soil's not quite right, the sun position's probably not quite there, and the plant just goes, sorry, I'm used to living in a perfect world, and I'm out of here, I'm dead, and it dies a lot of the time. And so my advice is not to buy plants from a nursery. The best place to get your plants is from other people's gardens, and I don't mean stealing them, or from, you buy and sell sites, or somewhere online where someone's trying to sell some plants. Because that way, when you turn up to someone's house and they're going, I'm selling some pots, I'm selling some plants, you know that the plants have had at least a tough life living outdoors in a real life situation, which is you're about to take them to your real life situation. And any plants I've done this to generally survive quite well. I don't have to go in there and kiss their ass to make them, and you don't have to spend as much because you're buying them for a lot less money. So that is the advice for any of you gardeners out there. Go on to buy, sell, marketplace or wherever these sites so that you can find plants. Just type in free plants. You'll find a lot of free plants. I'm lucky because I get to visit some places that are empty, and some development sites where they're going to bulldoze everything over, and I see all these plants and go, well, I'll take a sprig of that and a sprig of that. But that's the idea. Start looking online for plants. eBay, I don't know about eBay these days, but yeah, there you go. Don't go for the nursery because they generally, in my case, 80% of the time they die. Always do. And happy gardening.